Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the third part or third video for SAP PM interview question. So we are having total of 10 questions for this particular video, and all these questions are asked in MNC's company, and this is relevant for person who has experience or the consultant who has experience of 3 to 5 years. So without ado, let's get started. Coming to the first question, which is very basic, that is what is notification category, or the interviewer can also ask you this question in a different way, that is how many types of notifications are there in SAP PM model. So totally we have three different types of notification. First is M1, that is maintenance request. In case of minor or corrective breakdown, corrective orders, this M1 is used. Second is M2, that is malfunction report. This is being used while creating order type of breakdown. And third one is M3, that is activity report. It is just used for documentation of activities to be performed or which has been performed. Okay, so M1 and M2 are very important. M3 is not that regularly being used. Coming to the next question. Second question is quite relevant to question number one, that is what are order category, or the question can also be asked what are order types you have worked on, or what are the business processes you have worked on while doing the implementation or while giving the support. So order category or order type represent a specific business process in a particular organization, and any organization can have n number of business processes, and these processes can be seen like this. Guys, I have selected the top 5 order types or order category that is being used in any organization. So the very first one is corrective or general order. Second one will be breakdown order. Third one is preventive order. Fourth is refurbishment order, and fifth is calibration order. So we'll come to the next question, which is quite similar to this, or it is a part of this question. Which brings us to question number 3, which is very important. 100% you have faced this question. That is, the interviewer can ask you to explain any of the 5 processes what we have seen, or any other process if available, or if any organization is working on that. But out of the 5 question, out of the 5 process, the interviewer can ask you to explain any one or two of them. And among these 5, the very important is preventive order process, because if you are explaining this process, no, it makes a very good impression on the interviewer that the candidate knows the process completely, because this is the lengthy one. So whenever being asked, you have just explain the complete process starting from the very beginning to the complete end. So this is how third question is important. We'll come to the next question. Question number 4 is explain the strategy maintenance plan. So to answer that, you can simply say it is one of the 3 maintenance plan, and the question can be different also. The interviewer may ask you explain single cycle maintenance plan or multiple counter maintenance plan. So you have to process similarly. It is one of the 3 maintenance plan, and since here we are talking about a strategy maintenance plan, you can check this slide. Okay, here this image will give you a slight hint of what are these 3 maintenance plan, but we have to understand all the 3 in details. First one is single cycle. The T codes are also mentioned. It is time based and counter based. Similarly, strategy plan and T codes are also provided, and these are also time based and counter based, which you can see here. And third one is multiple counter plan. T code are provided, and multiple counters is very rare. Like they will ask you very few question on multiple counter. Just you have to go through it, and this is not being used. Mostly single cycle are used, and other than that, strategies maintenance plan are used. We'll come to the next question. Question number 5th is what are the prerequisite for creating a batch job? So there are total 3 prerequisite or requirement to create a batch job, and batch jobs are created to generate orders through maintenance plan. So these 3 prerequisites are: first one is program name, second is variant we have to create, and third one is frequency. That is when batch job should run. Basically it is at night 12 a.m. So these 3 things you have to tell to the interviewer. Question number 6 is what is your role in implementation, or it can be what is your role while giving support, what you used to do. And here I should have taken this question earlier, because it is our basically it is asking what we have done. So to answer that, there is an image. All the SAP process can be divided into 3 parts. First is business analyst. Second is our job as a consultant, functional consultant, that is functional analyst, and third is technical analyst. So guys, with the help of all these points, as you can read, You can tell the interviewer that I have done all these things while I was doing the implementation. And we'll come to the next question. You can just pause it and go through this. Seventh question is also a part of implementation, and you must have seen all these terms, that is as is document, to be document, and gap analysis. So interviewer can ask you what all these terms are, and to answer that you can simply say it is a part of ASAP methodology, that is accelerated SAP methodology, and you will see all these terms in second phase of business blueprint, that is business blueprint. Okay, so first one is as is process, that is preparation of blueprint document which gather complete information about the existing system. How is the present system working in that particular organization which is your client? Okay, so we have to document the complete process, what they are actually following before the implementation of SAP. After as is process is completed, so when it is finished, we have to give the to be process structure that will be implemented in SAP. So how the system will look after we have implemented SAP to the system, that will be documented in to be document. So to be involve how the existing process are mapped with the standard SAP. Okay, we'll come to the third point, that is what is gap document. Once both the initial process are done, so there will be few things which cannot be implemented with the help of standard SAP. So the gaps are to be identified. And lastly, these gaps are to be documented in white paper or something, okay, or the standard page what they're having, and this will lead to gap analysis. And later on, we'll have to customize the process, and that is cost customs. We'll see in the next slide. And hence we'll come to question number 8, that is explain RICEP W in details. So RICEP W is nothing but custom, that is there are few things which our client want which is not available in standard SAP. So to modify that we have to use RICEFW. So the question can be in the form of this. He can ask you the complete RICEFW what we have worked on, or he can ask explain about report interface or enhancement, that is R for report, I for interface, C is for conversion, then E for enhancement, F stand for forms, and W stand for workflow. They can also ask explain the basic configuration of forms, how you have configured it. Or the question can be in this form also, that is have you worked on RICEF or customs? If so, explain any one or one, two, three customization that you have done. If you have done this customs in the implementation, like that is definitely you have done, you would have done any of the customs from RICEFW, and if so, you have to simply explain the process, explain how you have done it in detail. So this is very important question, you should definitely know this. We'll come to the second last question, that is what are the different types of testing which are done in SAP. To answer that, you can say testing phase is dependent on different types of project, and however some common phase of testing is same for all the project. And the first one is UT, that is unit testing or functional unit test, FUT. This is done during development, developer or functional consultant we will do the testing, and this testing is to check the functionality of individual model. So if I'm a PM guy, I will do the testing only for PM. Okay, other model will do the testing for themselves. Second is SIT, that is system integration testing, which is basically a cross model flow. For example, impact of MM or FI or SD or QM, like every modules are integrated, so all these models will have an impact on PM. So that's how all the team will do the testing together. That's how it is called system integration test, and this test should examine all the data involved across all modules. So here you can see, okay, and how it is affecting each other. Once we are done with UT and SIT, we'll come to the third test, that is UAT, that is user acceptance testing or test. And during UAT, the business, the client, the user will prepare their own script, okay, and they will do end-to-end testing. They will completely check they will check the complete process, and this will be the last phase of testing before going go live. Before completing the project, this is the last test. User have to check it whether everything is working fine or not. Finally, we have come to the last question, which is what are all the reports available in SAP PM module? To answer that, this is all the different reports that you must know, and I don't need to go through this. You can just pause and you can check it. So that's how we have completed our video. Thank you for watching.